what are the main takeaways from my presentation? First of all, we are living in a time of simultaneous and interconnected changes and transformations. And these changes are related to technology, to nature, geopolitics, technology, people's trust in institutions, and democracy. And these are all interconnected, and they reinforce each other and also shape the conditions for decision making. And second, we have agency and we can shape the future. So even though we have these increasing constraints and crises taking place in the world, there is still room for action. And societies can choose how they renew their institutions and economies and social contracts. And the idea of this new social contract is at the very core of SITRA's megatrend report 2026. And this idea of new social contract basically means that we need to ask ourselves and rethink how we share responsibility, benefits, and power in our societies, and how we renew the welfare state and democracy. So what kind of an added value I see in a foresight approach? Well, I believe the foresight approach helps us to expand the space of thinking before decisions are being made. And instead of just reacting to short-term pressures, for example, it enables organizations and policymakers to explore different and alternative futures, also identifying emerging risks and also opportunities, and then also challenge their own assumptions and test them. And at its best, I believe that foresight also creates this shared language and understanding of change. So with the help of different foresight methods, we can, for example, form an overall picture of the changes taking place at the moment, and it helps us to discuss about these changes. If you had a secret to share about foresight, what would it be? We all carry these ideas and perceptions and images in our minds what the future might look like. And these images that we have shape what we see as possible or desirable. And that in turn then guides the decisions we make today. And the secret that I'd like to share about foresight is that foresight is not about knowing what will happen in the future. Foresight is more about understanding how we perceive and how we see the future. And it's also about imagining the types of futures we would like to see taking shape in the years or decades to come, and then acting upon those ideas and images and so on. So it's a lot about mindsets and not about knowing what will happen.